If you have ever faced serious writer's block as a music producer, as an artist, then this video is for you. I'm going to dissect this. I'm going to show you how to escape this spiral of overwhelm and how to get back on track. If you're new to this channel, my name is Philip from Pick Yourself, and I've built this to help you start a meaningful career and build a meaningful life based on your passion for music and especially electronic music production. So if that sounds up your alley, then make sure to subscribe. So, writer's block, let's dive right in. It's one of the worst things that can happen to any artist in any field. And the problem with writer's block is that there's no hint at it coming. Yeah? It just comes out of nowhere, it's creeping in slowly, and you don't notice it until it's there. And this is the dangerous thing of it. And so we all have to come up with a strategy on how to escape it then, because if you cannot really protect yourself well enough from it, then at least you need a strategy to get out of it. So typically the first phase of writer's block looks like this. You're still producing music, you're getting some good stuff together, and then suddenly you feel like you cannot really live up to the expectation that you set for yourself. And you produce new things and somehow they don't live up to that standard that you set for yourself. Now you start questioning, why is that happening? What am I doing wrong? You try to figure out solutions. But at the same time, this immense pressure is building up. This immense pressure of what if I cannot come up with anything that is as good as the thing that I want to create, or as good as the last thing that I've put out. And so this pressure builds up more and more, and the next phase of writer's block, this is when it gets serious already. This is when you stop for a moment and you're like, okay, maybe I just need a break. Maybe I just need to feel inspired again, and maybe I have to do something to get inspired. And so you try all the things. You're taking a walk in the forest like myself, and you hope to get inspired again. And while that is a good strategy overall, sometimes when writer's block is already too far advanced in your current phase, then this is not enough to get you out of that again. And so when next time you sit down, you feel even more pressure, because now you've tried all the things and you should theoretically feel better and you should theoretically come up with something better, but it's not working. And so then the really serious phase of writer's block kicks in, and that's the phase when you just kind of give up a little bit. You say like, okay, maybe I need a longer break, maybe this current phase, maybe something's wrong with me. This is like the mental model that you operate on. Maybe something's wrong with me, maybe I need to change things in my life, something is just not working here at all. And this is the moment when it gets really bad and you have not enough strategies to get back on track. And this is exactly where I want to help you out of. So the first thing to understand here is that you really need a lot of self-compassion. Self-compassion sounds so vanilla and so weak and cozy and whatever, but as artists we need a lot of self-compassion and acceptance. So accepting the fact that you face this serious writer's block and that it's completely normal, and every artist on earth has probably faced that at some point. This is like the first step of making it better. The next step is to start with the absolute minimal step that you can take. So instead of having this big goal in front of you of, I'm gonna put out a really amazing song now, and this time I'm sitting down and I'm forcing it through, this is just not gonna work. This is gonna lead to more disappointment and more overwhelm and to a more severe writer's block. Instead, you have to make your goal super tiny at first. So what's the tiny dose that you can take to get things rolling again, build up momentum again? So in music production, that would be just sit down and create maybe one preset that you create on your own of an interesting synth fragment. Or you sit down to reorganize your sample library and just select a few samples that you like. Can you do that even if you're facing serious writer's block? Yes, of course you can. This is such a minimal task that no matter how big your overwhelm is and your writer's block, you can still pull this off, and this is the first step to making things better. And then you start to build up a little bit of momentum. You get that positive spiral moving again, that upward spiral. And the next thing you do is you start creating a bunch of first song snippets or ideas. Not setting the goal to create something amazing, but just setting the goal of showing up today, showing up tomorrow, and showing up the day after tomorrow. Sit down for, 15, 30 minutes of making music, not worrying too much about the outcome, but focusing on the process instead. And then things get rolling. You will come up with a couple of ideas that are better than the rest. And then you want to explore these ideas further, and you will want to arrange them, and you will want to mix and master them, and you will want to put them out then. This is when the upward spiral kicks in, when you pick up momentum, and guess what? You've already learned a ton during that phase, and probably those things that you've produced are much better already than the thing that you've produced the last time. Now this can sometimes take weeks or months, but that's totally okay. This is part of the game, and I want you to play the long game, and I want you to be in this for at least 5 to 10 years. If you want to be with me on that path, make sure to subscribe. I'd love to have you in our circle. That's it for this video. Leave a comment below with follow-up questions or suggestions of what you want me to talk about next, and I will see you in the next video.